Good morning to my fellow Biafrans, good morning to Nigeria, and good morning to the world. Welcome to this early Friday morning roundup news for the month of May. Today happens to be the 19th day in the month of May and in the year of 2023. Without not taking much of your time, please, if you never subscribe to my channel, I want you to do that as soon as possible. Do everything humanly possible that as you can to make sure that you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we go live or post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Make sure you share any of my content, like, and also do what? And comment. It is very, very necessary. So without not taking much of our time this morning, I want us to look at the roundup stories for this week. Yes, almost all the whole news that I've given this week. Today I am going to bring the round it all to bring to my the notice of people who have not watched or who have had some headlines but they don't know the content of those headlines. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning to the world, and good morning to my fellow Biafrans. Welcome to Nigeria News Roundup of top newspapers headlines in Nigeria for today, Friday, 19th May, in the year of 2023. Number one of them, where be saying, I be the top headline here. I have no house in England or anywhere outside Nigeria. This one is your president, the outgoing president, Muhammadu Buhari, telling to the Nigerians and also to the world. But I still want to ask you, I beg, our able president, who have the house, you said that you will leave Daura to Niger Republic if they disturb you too much. Is it the house been maybe your son's house or your daughter? I don't understand. The 10 SUVs you bought last year, you give to Niger Republic. We are meant to understand that those cars parked in your compound in Niger Republic. Now you are here now telling us I don't have any house outside Nigeria. Nobody is a kid. We are not morons. Do not mistaken our silence for nothing. Don't mistake our silence as if we don't know what you are doing or we don't know what is happening. You don't have any house in just tell us that you are now Yaradua of the blessed memory. Because Yaradua is the one that we know if that man is alive today. They killed him. Not the sickness killed that young man. He wants to spoil the agenda of these people, and that's exactly what P2P want to do. But they don't allow him to have that chance. If they ever know that Yaradua will do what he did in the government within 2 years, they wouldn't allow him to take over that seat. But he went there and opened their nyash, opened their brocos and everything. They poisoned the man and he died. Till today, nobody have ever tell us what killed Yaradua. That is the only man that lived an upright life as a teacher, even as a principal, as a professor in the university. He still lives in his old haggard house, even as the president of the federation. So you are telling us you don't have any house anywhere in Nigeria. I beg, may we hear word because the president made this known on Thursday at the presidential villa in Abuja while receiving letters of credence from the High Commissioner of the United Kingdom, Richard Hood Montgomery, and his counterpart from Sri Lanka, Vurupali Kanatan. They don't come to visit you, Abi. Okay. Buhari said he made the issue of the house ownership known to the King of England, King Charles III, during a meeting after the British monarch asked him if he had a house in England. Because the way you frequent England, even the owners of England self, they are tired of you. That is why he asked that question. And they won't wait. Let us continue. In one of my meetings with King Charles III, he asked me an interesting question. If I had a house in England, and I replied, I don't have a house, not an inch, anywhere outside Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari said. So that means all this your official visits of months, do you know how much you have spent? If the caucus, if the Attorney General of the Federation will come out and give a breakdown of how much you have spent, all this your frivolous traveling to outside the country is enough. Just like what P2P said last time, that the money Lai Mohammed spent going to the White House, Washington DC, to make unfrivolous statements about who is planning treason or who is trying to stop the inauguration, that is old enough. I mean, is is huge enough to build a 6 classroom primary school for his village people. But he wouldn't do that. So if we put in a calculation of the jet flying up alone, we know how much it costs. The place it will be packed and wait for you to stay outside there for months, we know how much it costs. Then the hotel bills, the medical bills, and the rest of them, all in a Nigerian economy that is dying. Che, we are doomed forever. We are what? We are doomed forever. Anyway, shall my people, let us proceed with the other things. Another news I have here on my hand here, and very, very interesting, is there will be an inauguration on 29th of May. Buhari will confer the GCFR and GCON honors on Tinubu and Shetima. This one is coming from Boz Mustafa, the Secretary General of the Federation. He gives the update. Ahead of the May 29 inauguration date, President Muhammadu Buhari will on Thursday, May 25, confer the national honors of GCFR and GCON respectively on the President-elect Bola Tinubu and Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. This was made known on Thursday by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boz Mustafa, who is also the chairman of the Presidential Transition Committee, during the World Press Conference in Abuja. Boz Mustafa, during the press conference, to bring the public up to speed up on the programs of activities planned for the 2023 presidential inauguration, assured that nothing will stop the inauguration from taking place as planned. Speaking about security arrangements for the inauguration, the National Security Advisor, Babagana Mongonu, retired, said all necessary things are already in place and arrangements have been concluded for the accreditation and the issuance of passes and identity documents for all security agents. He warned those who have no business around the vicinity of the event to steer clear, but added that they are not envisaging any negative occurrence during the handover ceremony. According to the news we have here, the embattled leader of Labour Party, Julius Abure, he don't storm Labour Party office and do what? Okay, Labour Party Secretariat, and resume his normal duty as the national chairman of the party. The suspended national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, on Thursday stormed the party's national secretariat in Abuja and resumed duties. Nigerians understand Abure returned along with some other suspended national officers to assume office, to assume their various positions. Addressing a press conference at the party's secretariat on the development, Abure justified his decision to return to the office by claiming the Federal Capital Territory High Court orders suspending him can no longer be enforced because the party had appealed the ruling before the Court of Appeal. By implication, he claimed the High Court no longer has jurisdiction over the matter. Also, Abure denied allegations by Lamidi Apapa, lead faction of the party, that he collected 500 million naira to endorse Godswill Akpabio for the Senate of the 10th National Assembly Senate President. Furthermore, he denied allegation that he is behind the attack on Apapa and his team at the Presidential Election Tribunal on Wednesday. Another one on my hand here, which is not true. No, this one is just a medicine after death. He said, and I quote, "I am fully behind P2B. None of his supporters is more obedient than I am," Lamidi Apapa laments. The factional national chairman of the Labour Party, or acting national chairman of the Labour Party, Lamidi Apapa, has insisted that he is fully behind the aspirations of the party's presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, P2B, to win his case before the tribunal. According to the Lamidi Apapa, our Haggard native doctor, a victory for Obi, which will make him the president of the Nigeria, will automatically lead to a better life for himself, for him as well. According to, maybe that is what you people are fighting. Maybe you have seen that the case will be won in court, and you come to destabilize or you come to take over, so that when he becomes the president, you will then become the Olori of your community. I don't know, but report has it that you are working for APC and you have nothing, you cannot deny this fact. Even if you like, we'll speak grammar from now till tomorrow. Lamidi Apapa, Lamidi Apapa, the Hagar native doctor of Labour Party, you are working for APC. Nigeria report, the embattled Apapa made a submission on Thursday during an interview with Arise TV, saying that none of P2B supporters can claim to be more obedient than him. He argued that the votes he got for the party during the election is enough evidence of where his allegiances lies. Another one here, this one they don't begin to throw tantrums. The Zamfara State Governor, he don't call for the government to suspend the EFCC boss, where be Abdurrashid Bawa, and bring him into what they call it, investigation. And the same way, the same EFCC now is investigating this man because he has voiced out something that nobody supposed to voice out. Make us here. Make we just dey play this music. Make us just play the lyrics. We enjoy am. Make we continue. Zamfara Governor under investigation for 70 billion naira fraud. EFCC. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has announced an ongoing investigation into Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle for an alleged 70 billion naira fraud. This one will be the first you will hear this news and will be the last you ever hear anything about it. 70 billion, he will give them 35 billion naira and hold 35 billion and case closed. That is the truth. Once they catch you, that is why nobody is stealing millions now. Because when you steal millions and you divide the money into two, you find out that you are still poor. But when you steal billions, they guide you or they get you, you charge money into two, give them half and hold half. Case closed. The poor masses can die and go to hell. They don't care. That is Nigerian politician for you. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has announced an ongoing investigation into Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle for an alleged 70 billion naira fraud. The anti-graft agency also confirmed that the former Minister of Power, Saleh Maman, who was recently arrested over an alleged 22 billion naira fraud, remains in detention. Maybe he has squandered the whole money. That is why he still remains in detention. Addressing the press during a briefing, Chairman of the EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, responded to the recent allegations made by Governor Matawalle, urged Nigerians not to swayed by his remarks. Speaking through the Director of Public Affairs of the Commission, Osita Nwanja, Bawa explained that the EFCC was not obligated to dignify Matawalle with a response, but he chose to do so in order to set the record straight. Okay, record straight, record builder. Nonsense. Another one we have on our hand here, court adjourns Atiku's petition against Tinubu till today being Friday. The Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja has adjourned the further proceedings on the petition filed by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) Atiku Abubakar, challenging the outcome of the 25th February presidential election. The 5-member panel led by Justice Haruna Samani adjourned the session to continue with pre-hearing matters and hear pending applications filed by the respondents. Respondents in the case included the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), President-elect Bola Tinubu, and All Progressive Congress (APC). During the adjournment, Justice Samani stated that the court would decide on the number of witnesses allowed for each party, allocate time for their presentation, and determine the duration of cross-examination. He encouraged the parties to collaborate and reach agreements on further modalities to be adopted. This one, I don't know how to put mouth to read this news. 70 billion naira have already, 200 billion naira has already been spent for 2023 census preparation. The way they call this money, if the know amount will be 70 billion naira, if they turn it in dollars for you, my dear, you will shed tears. The National Population Commission has revealed that it has spent over 200 billion naira for the preparation of the 2023 population and housing census. That is the same way Professor Mahmoud spent over 500 billion naira to conduct a shambles of election that never take even up to 50 billion naira, according to the news we are having. What happened to the rest of the money? Till date, nobody have ever asked questions. Not even though the so-called presidency, because they are involved in this illegitimacy and fraud. But they are busy. Look at what happened the other day. Police officers saw a car. They were flagging the car and the car refused to stop. They have to use their own car to ram on that car and kill the driver instantly. What was their reason? That the car looked like a Yahoo boy driving it. Is that enough reason to take his life? Look at the main Yahoo people here at the national level. Nobody questions them. Nigeria, which way forward? Try. I weep for this country. Nigeria report that the executive chairman of the commission, Nasir Ikwara, made this known while speaking at the breakfast meeting on Thursday. Ikwara stated that the money spent was part of the 800 billion naira expected from the federal government as the total budget for the conduct of the population census. He said the money included costs of more than 5 years of preparing for the exercise, adding that about 1 million personnel have been recruited to conduct a credible and acceptable digital census. The NPC boss also asserted that the cost of conducting a digital census was high, as the commission will be procuring equipment and data needed for the exercise. Ikwara, however, assured Nigerians of the commission's commitment to ensuring a credible census. We have here Presidential Tribunal takes a decision on articles request for the live broadcast of every of their proceedings. The Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved ruling till a later date on the request by it for the live broadcast of its proceedings. Justice Haruna Samani led 5-member panel took the decision on Thursday after listening to the arguments of the lawyers of all the parties involved in the suit. Nigeria recalled that the People Democratic Party PDP and its candidate in the 2023 presidential election, Atiku Waziri Abubakar, have approached the tribunal seeking the live broadcast of its proceedings, which it claimed would enhance transparency. However, the lawyers of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the All Progressive Congress (APC), as well as those of the President-elect, who was the APC candidate in the election, Bola Tinubu, have all opposed the move. The question is, what are you people hiding? Nothing will stop me from appearing at the Presidential Tribunal petition today, according to Apapa. He don't swear, say he must be there. The Factional National Chairman of the Labour Party, Lamidi Apapa, has announced that he will once again storm the Presidential Petition Tribunal on Friday, despite the harassment he faced on Wednesday. You are acting on your script. We are not surprised. You are ready to give up your life because of the money you have eaten. It will nearly choke you. Nigeria News record that Apapa, who had earlier fought with members of the party over a seat in the courtroom, was booed out of the courtroom by supporters of the party's national chairman, Julius Abure. The court refused to recognize the two factions and adjourned the hearing to Friday, May 19. However, speaking during an interview on a Rise Television morning show on Thursday, Apapa vowed to appear in court on Friday. He also accused the presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, and the suspended national chairman, Julius Abure, of alleging sponsoring the talks to beat him up of the Presidential Petition Tribunal on Wednesday. However, speaking during the interview on Arise Television's morning show on Thursday, Apapa vowed to appear in court on Friday. He also accused the presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, and the suspended national chairman, Julius Abule of alleged sponsoring talks to beat him out of the Presidential Petition Tribunal on Wednesday. I am not 100%, but I dare you to expose me if you have facts. EFCC both tackles Governor Metawale of Zamfara. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, has dared the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Metawale, to expose him if he has facts or evidence against him. Nijruria recalled that on Wednesday, Metawale had called for the resignation of the EFCC boss, saying that he has questions to answer on corruption issues. The governor appealed to the federal government to probe Bawa and activities of the commission under his watch. He accused Bawa of corruptly enriching himself while asking the anti-graft boss to excuse himself and surrender for investigations. Reacting to Metawale's allegations in an interview with the BBC Hausa service, monitored on Thursday in Kaduna, Bawa noted that even though no human being was 100% clean, Metawale should expose him if he has any fraud record against him. He explained the commission have their peculiar ways of investigating corrupt leaders, adding that the alleged crime of one person shouldn't be allowed to be linked to another innocent person. The last but not the least, the law you are citing against Atiku's live coverage is outdated. Court tells Tinubu's lawyer, somebody the Presidential Election Petition Court has told Wale Olanipekun SAN, the lead counsel to the President-elect Bola Tinubu, that he is citing an old law against the request by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Chairman of the court, Justice Haruna Simon Samani, had on Thursday drew the attention of Olanipekun to a portion of the Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers being wrongfully cited to justify Tinubu's opposition live coverage of proceedings in Atiku's petitions. He told Tinubu's counsel that he was citing an old law to justify his opposition against the request by Atiku for a live coverage of proceedings of the court. Nigeria News also reports that at the hearing on Thursday, Tinubu, APC, and INEC have separately kicked against Atiku's request. Why? They cannot give reasons. Atiku, through his lead counsel, Chief Chris Uche, SAN, has cited the monumental importance of the petition nationally and internationally to back up his demand for a live telecast of the proceedings. But in his bill to justify his vehement opposition, Olanipekun has cited paragraph 4.6 of the Code of Conduct for Judicial Officers, which he claimed prohibited judicial officers from broadcasting or televising proceedings during a court season. He cited the dispute law following the submission by Chris Uche that there was no law or statute barring live telecast of court proceedings at the moment. As Olanipekun was about to read the portion of the law, Justice Samani cut in and told the legal luminary that he was citing the wrong law. Justice Samani told Olanipekun that the portion he was citing to justify his arguments against live coverage had been amended and the portion being cited had been deleted completely. Yo, this one is a very big blow. While I know they finish. The chairman of the court maintained that the portion being claimed by Olanipekun was no longer in the new Code of the Conduct for Judicial Officers, while also making a case for a live broadcast of Atiku's petition. Uche has drawn attention of the court to justice, who put a panel of inquiry which was telecast live and heard all around in the country. The senior lawyer said that none of the respondents would be prejudiced if the petition is broadcast live. Specifically, he said that there was no single law or statute against the live broadcast of court proceedings, adding that the fact that it has never been done before should not be misconstrued to mean that it cannot be done this time. Meanwhile, the chairman of the court, Justice Haruna Simon Simani, has adjourned the ruling on the matter to a date that will be communicated to the parties. And so we take Siam So my wonderful people, I hope on enjoy this Friday, this week roundup stories that I bring to on this early Friday morning. So make on continue the jollificate, the enjoy ourselves. TGIF, thank God it is a Friday. So anything we are doing today, we are thanking God because we made it to see this day. People who died, people that the herdsman killed, accident and the rest of them, even the one that the police killed in Nigeria, everything, even things you don't expect, kill our people over there, and that is very, very bad of it. The police that they sent to protect lives and property, they can kill you. Military to protect lives and property, they can kill you. Are you hiding from the herdsmen who keep on dodging from one farm to the other, looking for people's livelihood or people to kidnap? They can also kill you. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria. Everybody, everything can kill, and that's how it take be. So make us enjoy and safe and enjoy on a Friday. I am signing out. May the Almighty God bless us all, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bye for now.